long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance. Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
That's good enough. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, I hope that you're having a great Friday night, and welcome in, Kara. I hope that you've been well, and Silent Hill has been going well. I think you got through the first one pretty fast. So yeah, tonight I realized about hi Ace, how you doing? Yeah, I realized like okay, there's something over there. How's Cyberpunk going? I was way too tired today to lurk in like anyone's stream. Like there's a solid most of the time when I was home was split between I am way too tired to be doing anything, so I think I just won't to you know what, I'll do it anyway. We'll see. Worst case, we'll stop halfway through and just call that good. Oh, thanks. I am feeling better. It was honestly just one of those days that you go through with just total exhaustion. But, better now. And actually, no, the first thing was I didn't realize until like 5:30 or 6 that I actually said I was going to be streaming today. And then the entire lead up was, ooh, can I get everything I need to get done first? Oh, you finished 2 as... Yeah, honestly, if you're trying to get through... Like, can you just hook onto this thing, please? I don't know what the heck this is, but I would like to get up there. Yeah, it helps that if you really just want to get through them, like, it's fair to play it on easier. You guys meant to be streaming today, realized 40 minutes after I woke up, was like, yeah, same. I went through the entire day just forgetting that that's what I was supposed to be doing. And then, oh god, this is so much easier with the bow. When I tried this the first time, I just had the hook shot, and that was awful. Ooh, yes. I honestly think that's a good plan, that first you go through the game on like easy or normal difficult. Ow, ow. Well, you know what? We desperately need arrows, so I hope that these things give them to us. Like, you stream it on some lower difficulty first, and then afterwards you can... Wait. You can get on with literally anything else. Like, part of the reason... Like, literally the only reason I'll ever play a game on a hard difficulty is because I've already played it. Ow! Just sit there and be hammered. Like that, thank you. Yes, more arrows. Oh no! Yeah, that... it didn't even occur to me when you showed me that new guitar you were getting that... Yeah, no, of course it's like electrics and not acoustic, so you would need an amp and tuner and... Well, I guess this is going to be a one thing at a time sort of investment, because that's an important thing. Okay, where? Now we got... I mean, hey, this month alone, I really cannot talk about impulse buys. Because I will not say how much I spent on it, but I will say there was a limited edition analog clear plastic pocket that I already put links in the Discord a while ago. And you can look up how much that cost, plus a dock, plus the cord. I do not have a leg to stand on. Otherwise now I can't afford the street. Ooh, yeah, that. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Because I think I'm going to be doing some spending a bit more than I should, or being... Oh my god, this is absolute chaos. Please give me 5 minutes to hit one of the whiz robes. But yeah, I think I'm going to be definitely seeing what wonders are in the back of my fridge this next couple of weeks, because I want to get... Because I'm in the same boat with wanting to get Mario Wonder and Seven Stars remake. Yeah, and that model, I am looking forward to that. The fact that my new model, this guy, is going to be like, if everything goes good, which I also wouldn't be surprised if there isn't. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like just one more. Oh yeah, of course we forgot about this part, because that there seems to be a lot of that. Mainly not, yeah. And don't worry about it too much. Like, it'll be whatever it is. And like, worst case, yeah, it's another week. Best case, it's Tuesday we do, I get to use it. Okay, this would be a lot easier if it wasn't for the fact that my targeting gets confused and these guys summoned very strong things. Now, usually people wait half a year for the rig, so I'm glad I can get done somewhat timely. And yeah, I am really appreciative of how fast you were working on this, because the art alone, due to various setbacks for the whole thing, waited like I had 7 months waiting, so I'm honestly kind of blown away that. Nope, stand still. I can't. Yes, that's one of them. This is so much easier already. I'm sorry. I know I'm behind on chat, but there's a lot of stuff going on all at once. Good news is, though, the sudden issue of me running out of arrows is no longer a thing. God, I just realized this would be awful if they could summon... Wait, there's another one. Almost. But the games I'm playing a stream for the next couple months I already have or can acquire suspiciously free. Hell yeah, that is always a good feeling where you don't have to put too much upfront cost into stuff, because it gets away from you. Hey Sipples, how are you doing? I'm in hell. That was so much. I can't believe I tried to do that when like we first started the randomizer with just the frickin' hook shot. Oh, the mirror shield. Good, we have that's the last dungeon item, and we can do the Cube Island thing? Oh, you can also just fight a squid. Okay, Eepy. Yeah, there's a lot of Eep around tonight. I was tired all day and just... I know... It's good that it's Friday. That's just the full start and stop of that thought. Yeah, I really hope that you're able to get something figured out, Ace, with your graphics card. Because for it to just up and die like that, and definitely the graphics card, that's one of the worst things for any VTuber rig. Hopefully you're able to get a like secondhand graphics cards have the issue of just already being used, but you're able to find one cheap somewhere that hasn't. I'm hoping that there's better things out there for graphics cards after the whole fall of crypto. Yeah, okay, that is a good point. That it doesn't make sense not to get a high-end card. Speaking of doesn't make sense, maybe I want to be using... I think I want to be using bombs until I get close, because I can... It's kind of easier, stronger, and you can cancel the decompress animation or just hit him in another eye. Yeah, this is a 12 eye. That's like... Ha! Yeah, was thinking, no, you need arrows for this. You really do. No, man the cannons. I fucking love the big octos of just a very thematic thing to go fight as a field boss. And also they're just so squidgy. So it's tempted to buy a pre-built for 3K with 490 and i9 other. Man, gotta really get this. Yeah. Pre-built 3K of 4999, the others say. Yeah, I don't remember what exactly is in mine. I probably should have the box somewhere. I should really take a look. I think I either splurged for 4090 or it's a 390. It's definitely 90. Definitely a 90. But that's one of those instances where if you get... Oh, I'm out of bombs. Nice. You can check in Task Manager. I can check in Task Manager. I completely forgot. Alright. But... Oh, it's a 3060. Huh. Yeah, it's an NVIDIA RTX 3060. I really did not put much into this build. Nice. Yeah, they're good cards, but you do kind of have a it blew up. I have a 3060 too. It blew up. Oh, Wind God's Aria. That's actually what we need for the second temple. I mean, 3060 is really good still. Yeah, it's... Depending on what you're... There are some things where if you're doing a lot of things that it makes sense to upgrade. If it's what you got, it's still a really solid card. And Carol, I remember the days of laptop streaming. My fans were working so hard, it would shake the Ethernet cord out of the jack and it would cut my streams off halfway through. That's why if you go onto my YouTube and go really far back into the archive, you get a lot of part ones, part twos, sorry. Oh, it was awful. Speaking of the first streams, because I was also streaming Wind Waker but vanilla, I don't have the very first stream that ever existed. The artist do the cover. Yeah, she did. She did put on the rest of the cover hair. That there should be the full second layer underneath that. Oh, this is the complete freaking wrong ass island. Yep, wrong island. There's a layer underneath the hair, and that I hope should be good. If not, I can take it back to him and get the second layer. Oh, hey, a submarine. I think I've been to that sub. I'm going to go to that sub again in case I haven't been to that sub. Ooh, 1 to 2 paychecks away from starting on my build with a 46. Hell yeah, that is going to be fun once it's all done and complete. Cause fairly question. Yeah, that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry about how the art is. Wait. Yep, I've been here before, but they don't really care about that. Hopefully it's something it's easy to work out and not too isn't too much of a pain. Okay, I guess I'm just back in hell. Yeah, because no Syphils. I remember that when I got my computer, it was like first paycheck of a new job, and just to celebrate the fact that I had somehow, despite what I thought was an awful interview, got hired, I just blew my entire paycheck on getting this one. There we go. Get me out. Actually, wait, no, this was really handy. I'm back to full bombs. Nope, I'm not back to full bombs. I just have 10. All right. Or are we going to the other one? Right. I should probably mention that there's something weird about how, like, ingrained my usual streaming schedule is into my mind right now. Like, I've gotten it very much. Today, it is Tuesday or Thursday. I stream on those days. And if I stream on any other day, first of all, there's a whole, wait, I was streaming? Feel really terrible on his song cover takes, but it turned out okay. Yeah, anything's possible. It'll end up really good, and like, I'm happy with the art. I feel kind of bad because I feel a lot of it on you for tweaking it to be what you need for rigging, but I do really like how the face and all of it turned out. And also your song cover, that from what you've all shown me, I am really excited for the full release date on the 28th. Like, it turned out great. Everyone's gonna love it. I have full confidence in that. But yeah, no, on my rampant lack of professionalism on streaming on days that are not Tuesday or Thursday. First of all, there's like a non-zero chance that I'm just going to wander away midway through this stream because I decide, no, I really want ice cream right now. And the other thing is, well, it is not going to be anywhere near as bad as the drunk stream was. I just have one simple cocktail. I got gifted some whiskey and I wanted to try it. It's really good. So I made an old fashioned. Oh wait, we have the pots. There's a skeleton here, but you know what? One thing at a time. Actively listen. Yeah, it's good enough because that's one thing that, like, I have a theory that everyone hates their voice. It's depending on what scale of how unbearable they have or they find their voice to be. But the fact that you're able to listen to it on repeat and find that you really like it, that's a great sign. The Stalfos or the Wizrobe or Makar? Because I can see, yes, hard agree. He is coded as a marketable plushie. Like, I honestly think him and I have the same general design principle of baby. Yeah, he has the best noises. My friends were able to, yeah, it's so good. Like, I've listened to it a couple of times, and somehow I've managed to link up my Spotify to the local style or the local files on my phone, so I have listened to your song on Spotify several times. Yeah, it's little noises, round, silly, a little dumb. It's just great. I have a definite bias of any character design that is primarily around orb. I will admit to absolutely loving Kirby and Makar. However, it's just a good design. And Ace, I find no reason why you should be complaining about this. It is a good thing. Ooh. Okay, what else do I have to do? There's that one thing that's usually the big key. I have the big key. There's that down there that needs it. Here's how the music... Ooh, that... Oh, God, we actually have the bow now, so this is easy. Yeah, I'm sure that the video from what you've been... Honestly, the full start and stop is from what you've been showing me for all the work you've been putting into your re-debut is that, wow, this is a whole lot... The production value and effort put into this is a lot more than I can easily wrap my head around. I am impressed. But I'm also... Where are we going? Not that way, okay. Also, in like most things, I have a general overtones of very impressed. Should be hired. Yeah, you should be hired for something. I also don't know what, but that's more because of my last brain cell burned itself into a crisp for warmth around 12 o'clock noon and cannot think. But I also agree, you should be hired for something. Something preferably large, high-paying, and requiring not a lot of effort, because that is the type of job that mankind was destined to have. Alright, quit hopping. There we go. Eat your bomb. It's good for you. Ah! Not at me! Ooh. I just had a thought that is definitely tempting me to walk away in the middle of stream to try it out, but so a while ago I tried to make like jelly candies, those like fruits. Oh, I am going way too high. Those like fruit slice candies that are kind of squishy, that sort of thing. And I tried to make those, and this is a recipe that it's so frustrating. I refuse to use anything but until I prove that I'm not crazy. I made it perfectly once and destroyed an entire ice cube tray for it, which, by the way, totally worth it. They tasted great. Every other time, I have not been able to get it to work. They've always come out soupy, and I'm not sure why, unless I overcompensated with my current theory is that, my first theory was that I didn't, cook it down long enough. Second theory, and the current working theory, is that I didn't put enough gelatin powder in it. So that's why it's coming out soupy, and I just need to put another packer incorporated in a slower way so it doesn't all clump up or something. And it's just frustrating me to the point that I refuse to admit defeat from this recipe. I think it's doable. Want do the advanced audio lit? If you think it's doable and isn't too much trouble, then honestly go ahead. Like, I am, as a general rule for everyone I work with, I really encourage them to, if you think it might work, go for it. And if it was too much trouble, and if it was not worth the trouble, bill me for it. Hang on. Hey. You'd be amazed how few people take me up on the latter part of that. Hang on. What the? Huh. So I had a doctor's appointment earlier today, and they already filled my prescription somehow. They usually are awful with that, so I am kind of impressed. However, between being middle of stream and having about half of a cocktail already, I can't get it out, so I'm also very annoyed. Because how dare they do this and I'm not able to just get it. And it's probably for the best I'd just get sushi when I was out anyway. Yeah, maybe I will do. I'm in that kind of mood where I have the energy and drive to do just about anything. I know from the amount of energy I actually have, which is I am going to collapse into a pile of blankets after this stream, because that is what you do on a Friday night. I should not do anything, and I should not be enabled. But here they are. My pharmacist is enabling me. I'm adding that as a quote. I'm going to look at that and think, what the hell was I talking about, and why was I talking about that? Yeah, well, that's a problem for future bread. Most things are. All this problem for... No, that has to be something great. I have to drive out, or go all the way out here to get it. It's fucking nothing. Also, Kara, hard agree, you should be paid for sitting around and saying funny things. You're good at that. That is a skill that should be encouraged. Alright, now to the boss. This giant fuck off worm. Let's go! I love that. You fall 3 stories and Lincoln barely breaks an ankle. Like, good on him. I wish I could have ankles like that. Actually, wait. I just realized I said that, and first of all, so that was the thing that I was thinking of doing instead of streaming, to do like a little bit of a lore sheet on the new forms, to have like either the full stereotypical VTuber new debut slideshow or something else. But then I realized that, first of all, I do actually have ankles of steel in that new form. They are metallic. So good on me. I could jump off a building and be completely fine. Oh, sweet, and I actually already did everything, so I'm not going to end that sentence with a cover hair. Alright. I'll send it back over. Thanks for letting me know. What about the bones above your ankles? Still metal. It'll be completely fine. Yeah, I'll try to send that back over and get a bit more. Yeah, I'm just going to get all... I thought there was a giant... Oh no, the giant fuck off slab is until the next room. Okay, I know where we're going. But yeah, no, looking at the full thing, the ankles, metal. Leg bones, metal. Spine, metal. All metal, so it'll be fine. Wait, is there stuff down there? No. Sent. Alright, I'm just curious of what the full extent is that... Okay, I see. That's easier to explain. Thank you, Ace. Oh, wait. Alright. Now for what is honestly the most annoying part in this entire thing is just this specific room. So your bad explains, so have picture in your face. Yeah. And here's the thing. pictorial explanations are honestly really helpful for all of this, so like thanks for that. The problem with explaining VTuber models and issues with cuttings is that you're asking everyone involved to do very weird sounding things to regular sounding bits of anatomy. Like I had to ask a question of Ace last rigging stream. Hey, when you get a moment, can you look at DMs? I need advice to how to cut my neck. Which is technically a true sentence without any... Okay, we're going to need the other block. Without absolutely anything sinister at all. However, it sounds very evil. Any viewers who didn't know the context were probably very concerned. Yeah, because it was just... We needed to cut apart the art layer to separate the neck into two pieces. And that is the full start and stop of the sinister. It's like, yeah, sure, give me a sec. But yeah, I know my way around a knife. Let me advise you. God. All right. Yeah. Also, if your bones are metal, then I find a way to melt them to wiggle. I mean, fair enough. If you can find a way, because specifically, I did this simply because I found it was funny, or I thought it was funny. I decided that the bone composition modeled the same thing as the armor in a Sherman tank. So it's a layer of steel, ceramic plating inside, wrapped around depleted uranium in the center. Wow, your body just took a screenshot. And I welcome anyone's attempt to do violence upon the new bones to see just how much they can withstand, or creative levels of what they can't. Ooh, I should get... That was when you coughed and farted? I don't know. There's many ways to take a screenshot. But holy shit, there's so much money in here. But all around, agree. Rip. So I wasn't sneezing while going to the bathroom. Oh. God, that does hurt. Sneezing anywhere other than the, than just... I forgot how much chuga there is in this. Yeah, there's a different brand of phone to take a screenshot. Sometimes it's sneeze and cough. Sometimes it's cough and fart. Sometimes it's sneeze and fart. There's many different ways. I absolutely hate how close you have to get to this thing, because it seems like you're going to trigger the bosses. Like you're going to trigger command grab sort of thing. Not the one I was aiming for, but the one I'll take. I wonder if there's an easier way. Huh, I just realized this now, but it's kind of funny how in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom more so, has like the record for most classic bosses like refought. Because this is the Wind Waker's interpretation of Molduga, which you can find those all over the place in the Gerudo Desert. Not near like this. This one's a really cool interpretation. And then you can find Gleeoks, which were old, like, Zelda 1 or 2, like, old NES and SNES Zelda bosses. And I'm pretty... What else? And Hinoxes, I believe, were also... Yeah, those were more mini bosses. Come on. Ah. I can't just steamroll through this because I have a better sword, because this is actually, with one upgrade on the Master Sword, this is exactly the strength that you're supposed to be fighting this thing. Oi. Thank you. Come on. Oh, that's so much longer than it was last time. There we go. Such a weird manta worm thingy. I love it. It just... Oh my god, that is so pathetic. There was no need for me to come back to this temple at all. We had cleared it out last time. That's the boss's item. A freaking purple ruby. I feel so cheated. Isn't even interesting. I'm... Yeah. Whoa. Well, on the bright side, we don't have to worry about what the hell is in there, because we know what the hell is in there, and oh my god, we can get the thing that the cyclone frog teaches. I just realized that because we have the bow now. I hope they're still around Shark Island, because I forget where the fuck they are otherwise. Alright, come on, you giant freaking I just realized, I'm sorry, Kara, but we're about to go and enact violence against frogs. I hope you are feeling more in touch with your clown side tonight, because otherwise that's going to be a travesty. In all fairness, technically... Aha, there he is. Technically, he deserves it, because he's just... But he just said neck a frog. Well, we're going to shoot him. There we go. He has just been roaming the seas, trying to suck up and wreck ships, so kind of had it coming a little bit. Alright, good arm you got there. Well, I know everyone's able to spot me in there before now. Well, obviously, I have mastery of the air, and now that we've established they're quite the Wind Waker, see if you can handle this. Yeah, it's where you're supposed to learn Ballad of the Gals. But since it's so useful to travel around the overworld, the random... Hey! That would have been so fucking useful. I am so mad because the bow we could have gotten as early as Forest Haven, but I missed the chest. And now we have just not had that for the entire game. That was tried opening my own model 30 minutes ago. Oh shit. That's so fucking rough. I hope it does load, like, that you're able to get it limping along and that it's not total I hate to say it, but the graphics card is most likely completely totally borked. But I hope that you're able to get at least a little bit more use out of it. Alright, Tingle, I'm mad, so take my money. God, so much money. Just for... I don't think... Well, I suppose I could just go through these charts to get more... money to fill my giant wallet now. Trying to say that to people in my server, they're fight... Ugh. I know they're trying to be helpful, but that's the annoying part of the human condition, with a complete unwillingness to admit that no, maybe they know what they're talking about and things are just fucked. Got 5 treasure chart, treasure. Because first of all, it's annoying that they're not trusting you that, yeah, no, you know what you're talking about. You've done all the debugging. And also, it's annoying because oh, there's a big octo here. Huh. Imagine that. Let's go fight a squid. That they're just not, like, letting that conversation move anything beyond, hey, have you tried this? Ugh. But anything further on this for me, at least, is at this level of brain empty is something for DMs, because it is a rant. All right. I never know if it's the seagulls that will like flock towards you on this when you're flying around that point you towards the big octo. Oh wait, I'm technically on the last one. Or on the next square. Or if it's just... It's like set dressing for if you're going to have a okay time or like just find them around. North? Because normally with big octos, there's a big old cloud of seagulls above them. See my naming for your model: left hair, far left hair, far left hair. Yeah, I tried to set it like right, center, left, but the problem with anime hair is that there is a whole lot of it, and it does whatever the fuck it pleases. On the wish list of... How did I get that one? On the wish list of things to randomly find on the randomizer, bomb upgrade. That would be... It would be handy. And we might find it inside an octo. Well, that would be nice. Oh, that was a hit. Game. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh no, I'm out of bombs. Damn it. Like, wait, why won't I fire? Why am I not firing? Well, maybe because I don't have anything to fire. And another one down. Oh god, I could go for some calamari right now. Like some good fried octopus. It annoys me so much that well, the grocery store I usually stop at has like good, cheap, over-the-counter sushi, they never have squid sushi or squid sashimi. That is by far one of my absolute favorite type. Like, everyone complains that it's weird, it's squishy, it's rubber. Wow, that's disappointing. It's rubbery and it has a weird texture. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I like it so much. All right. So next thing we need to get into there is the strength bracers, which in order to get it, okay, there's Ice Ring Isle and Fire Mountain have stuff. But no, I could go for some good fried, battered, and whatever else squid. I could go for, like, anything right now. I'm technically not hungry, but I am snacky, if that makes sense. Okay, some bombs in the grass. Bombs in the grass, please. Please. What? Is I talking? Oh, yeah. Sushi. But like, that's the whole reason I like it, that it just has a very fun and enjoyable texture. And we can deal with the next one with arrows, especially because we got the two 12s. Next is an 8 over in, conveniently, Fire Mountain. Fire on the mountain, lightning in there. It's easier to warp Dragon's Roost. And then, yeah, really, if we don't get what we need to beat the game, either the full Triforce or whatever remaining items we have, then yeah, we're kind of screwed. I full on do not remember what. Oh wait, I just remember somewhere else we could go. God, if you thought my brain was bad normally, you are in for something completely else tonight. Because it is not as straightforward as ooh, there's probably stuff up here. As Sunshine is, I have to think, and the connections are tenuous, bouncing around wildly, and just kind of blech. Hang on. This is at a random notification that was bugging me. Oh. Okay, there's just a chest up here. I have a feeling that what I should have learned is that... Oh shit, I still need to find the light arrows. That's going to be a whole thing. Is that the platforms I initially wrote off as being kind of useless, unimportant, are just not the case. There's stuff in them. There's stuff that'll make the game mildly easier. Oh, that's not a circle, that's just a... I really wish that the octo chart would tell you where on the square it is. I know generally speaking, it's far away from the point of interest. Like, you're not going to see the squid cozy right up to Fire Mountain. You're going to see it probably in the bottom right corner. But a little bit more guidance would be nice. Aha! Or a thicker cloud of seagulls. I would also appreciate more seagulls. Hello, you tiny thing. Inefficient use of munitions. I think it's easier to... it's a little bit easier for, like, the bottom ones to wait for them to stretch out like that because they get closer to you and easier to hit. God, it looks... You're right, Caro. It looks so squishy. 10 out of 10 would bite. And that's the end of that. All right. Okay, if this isn't a Triforce piece, a fire or ice arrows, damn fly, or some other third thing that I forgot why I wanted, bomb bag upgrade. That's the hopeless here. Piece of heart. Hell, that's probably that's like what they had normally. All right, what's the next squid? Ring octo chart is okay. We got the one labeled 4 there. I was right. There is one by Outset Island. It's Diamond Step. I was looking at 5 IRE for Horseshoe. I think the next thing I want to do is Angular Island because I remember that there's a island puzzle with the mirror shield we can do now. Forest Haven bout. Because if we get lucky or remain persistent, i.e. we keep going at this to a point where I don't feel like, oh shoot, the random, I've run out of things to talk about in the random running around on the overworld. I'm just going to let this ride as somebody else's problem later. Ooh, money. I went the entirely wrong way. Okay, which one's Bomb Island? That's Diamond Step. Right? Oh, Cliff Plateau. We are on the complete wrong side of the world. Wait, nope, wrong one. Okay, is this money or is there going to be useful things in here? Because it makes sense of the Triforce charts swap over. Nope. Would swap over to like some other useful item sort of thing, because they normally you have to get them. But I think they're on the same, like, loot list, so to speak, as regular treasure spots, which are not considered for this. I don't know. Overall, I've been really impressed with how fun the randomizer is, at least on the level of trying to break into places with the little you have, which leads to absolute insanity, like that combat challenge that required the bow. Really required the bow. That I tried and failed to do at first with the hook shot because, hey, it worked to a degree. Wait, was there a big octo over here? Nah, there's one up, but we'll get that next. Hopefully after we get some more bombs. I feel like I'm I had the distinct feeling that I was completely forgetting something important, but If it's important, I'll remember. Right, you have to like get all the way up there, and then it's that chest there. And I've always liked this puzzle because it's very much, you can very much abusing how these things are stacked. And messing with all that, like, how do you wait, how do you do this? So I'm supposed to be able to remove one like entirely. Push that back, swap this one to the other side. Ah, yes, and then pull this back. Climb. Climb. Let's make a stairway out of these things. Is there anything in... Perfect. I think that's, yeah, that's it down here. The whole problem is that this is like, the entire puzzle is something that you can do well after you get, oh, another empty bottle. You know, I'll take that. It actually haven't been needing much in the way of healing. I think largely because I've just been belligerently and loudly pushing my way through all the bosses. And like the last one isn't much of a problem at all, but I'll take them. It means that the last couple of things have to be like, the more random junk we get as we narrow down to the last couple good hiding places that are in the world, then the more likely we'll get something that'll like really help really useful for the last few sections of the game. Wait, this thing that, where's the octo chart? Oh, 1 up, so it's Private Oasis. I should, nah, you probably do need to do the whole side quest where you go get the deed from the Private Oasis away from the school teacher on Windfall Island, and then navigate the creepy sewer basement thing. I think I checked and it's not just open. But there's normally a Triforce chart on that island, which, by the way, privately owned Oasis. First of all, who sold her that deed? Second of all, in giant squid infested waters, a bold choice for a school teacher. Oh, aha! Well, I suppose you can't really get further away from Windfall. Well, you can, but still pretty far. Alright, 4 bombs, and then we'll see what happens. My bet is I'm going to whiff all of these shots. Oh! No, I got 2 eyes. Oh, color me impressed. and I'm not sure it's worth firing 2 at a row. There's... or at least until the color comes back. Now, I've been thinking of a bit of things of what to do for the debut, or how, or if I'm going to even debut, because technically, a while ago, there was the attempt at charity drive that kind of just fell through for everything lighting on fire at once. And one of the goals I had for that was just like instant... yeah, that is perfect language for it. It stretches and squanches just like a rubber toy. It is... I fucking love how elastic they are. Like, that is an unapologetic source of total joy for fighting these things. There we go. So like, I'm tempted to kind of make a big deal of the new model, because it's fun to make a big deal of the new model, and that can get a lot of eyes and the like on the channel, and it's good hype in general. On the other hand, on a technicality, I did kind of promise that I would just start using it. Like, also the rigging is amazing. What the... where is this thing? Oh. Way the fuck behind me. Like, on the other hand, what I did for... yeah, just do what you want and feel like in it. No, I always do. That's a good way to think about it, Ace. Definitely is. Like, just do whatever you feel like. And I might do something similar to what I did for this. Shoot, not even this current model. I literally just started using this. Oh, damn it. And we're running out of arrows. All right. Last Octo. If they do not have what we need, then I have no clue. Yeah, it was the V1 model that I just started using it under the joke that, oh yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. That wasn't important. With the joke being that I forgot to debut. And then I did just forget to debut. And I'm half tempted to do that again, because I kind of just want to use it. But either way, I think the current, what I'm going to do is also retire the current secondary model for what I have, because, like, end of the day, that's a, like, it's a anyone can use, pay $25, and you have limited rights to, like, what you can do for art and the like. But oh god, it was really right there. I just had to... how did I not accidentally fight this thing before? And I kind of feel that with those, I've heard them called, like, rental models, that it's great starting out stuff, and I kind of want to, in order to keep it that way, just have that be, yeah, no, so there's no confusion. I ain't using it anymore. I mean, that is exactly what I'm talking about, Ace. Eyes on the mouth level, good rigging. We love that sort of thing here. There you go. Oh shit, we're almost out of arrows. Oh, this last one's gonna be awkward. Ow, that... huh. I'm learning so much about squid hunting. Because you forget, I have toggles for, not on this one, but I have one to stretch it, to burn, for butter, the blush that I never really use, the... what else do I have? Okay, I like a good silly toggle. That's the point. The point is, it's fun to have silly things. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Man, imagine you beat this thing, but then either like weren't able to save or didn't know that they always dropped like really good treasure and just walked away and never knew, and later like trying to find it back unmarked in the sea. Although maybe it just respawns the octo. Definitely keeps the seagulls warm. Ah! Well, fuck. That didn't pan out. Panned out slightly. Because we got this song. Alright. Let's take a good long look at the charts. Okay, we don't have any charts that are useful. I really need the incredible chart because that'll tell me where Triforce charts are, which will get me some useful information. Let's try Needle Rock. Now that I think about it, Needle Rock wasn't one that we were able to do because we didn't have the bow. Now the problem is we might have needed specifically fire arrows for this one. But we might be able to hack it with other nonsense. I know it's explicitly not... Oh, you need fire arrows to even get in there. Damn. Oh. I can't tell if that's a breakthrough or a realization. Okay, where else can we go? Because we also need anything... Anything that we can have a cave secret. No, it's just me. Hell yeah. Love to see that too. Okay, the other thing is anything with an island secret. Outside island, we got all. There's one on Windfall that requires fire arrows again. Fuck. Print Crescent Moon. Actually, odd thing, but there was like a called, I think the game calls them like Stone Watchers or something, but most things will give hint. Anything that had like a vague hint to, oh, if you went over here, you would have a thing. We'll give one specific to the randomizer. I think, seize yours, explore every corner. I remember requested to defeat Gandorf. Okay. The other thing, shoot, I never thought to check, because technically you're given an item by your sister at the start of the game up here. I know in a couple of places where... Okay, no, there's nothing. There's like one or two places where the game would give a chest where an NPC would normally be. Okay, so... Points of interest on Outset. I think we've gotten all the chests there are just scattered around. The only other thing is the Savage Labyrinth, which requires the strength bracelets, which is also required to get into the next dungeon. You know, largely because I just don't want to deal with it, and yeah, I'm just going to look up where the incredible chart is, because that's the next. With that I can find more things. browser. This is Zaratara. Thank you so much for the raid. How's Pokemon Unite? How's your stream? I hope that went well. Let me give you the full shout out. Oh, thank you, Ace. I did not expect. No, welcome in. I hope that you had a good stream, and if you have to raid and run, do whatever post-stream thing you need. By all means, go and get on with that. I really appreciate the raid, and I hope they had a great stream. For everything else, Pokemon you went too good. I was trying to play Pokemon Creepypasta. Wouldn't let me progress. Oh, that sucks. That. Man. Aggression Dungeon, Great Fairies, Secret Caves, Combat Secret Caves, Free Gifts, Submarines. Sorry, I'm just checking the Dominated Unite a bit. Nice. I got a bit stuck, and I'm checking the cheat file to see what I'm missing, because at this point I just don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to find where the strength bracelets are. Three-Eye Reef. Oh, so there are... Okay, so Interesting, the reefs are actually useful. It was just all the reefs I checked aren't... Because at first I thought, okay, none of the reefs are useful or have useful treasure. The things that we're all looking for are in reefs. It was just, oh, I need bombs and arrows and all that. I was hunting big octas. But no, to finish up my intro, for everyone who's new here, I'm the Eldrator of Red, and Eldrator from Beyond Reality. You found an old band Blockbuster and decide, well, this is much better than eating the known universe. I am going to just sit here and play these and yell about them loudly online. And that's what we're doing tonight. Also, because my brain is weird, this stream is much less professional than normally, because my brain tonight said, oh, it's Friday. I normally stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays. I don't have to actually care. And just kind of went from there. So, yeah, the mood is casual and weird. But I hope that you had a good time, and whatever other nonsense I say in a normal one of these stream openers. As I said, the mood is unprofessional and weird. Now, so what's the Pokemon Creepypasta game? Is that... Because there's a lot of good, fun, like, theories of and creepypastas from Pokemon, especially older ones with all the glitch Pokemons, or the Minus World weird glitch city. Like, there's a lot of really fun, creepy, and weird shit that happened in there. So, like, what's the theme? I am curious about this ROM hack. It's Fire Red, old red blue sprite. Good strong start for creepy. Gives you the ghost Pokemon that does one-hit kills. Nice. As I have a long-running, and in my opinion, very well-supported theory for everything after, like, Gen 2 or 3 being the result of the earlier gens absolutely fucking up the timeline with casual and dumb time travel and rewriting the world. There's like 4 problems with the... Hell yeah, I'm really glad that you were able to figure that out. Thank you so much for working on all that, Ace. Did play the Lavender... Ah! Yes, because why play anything else other than the Lavender Town music when you're trying to set a scene? Rain a lot inside. That sounds like a skill issue on the programmer's part, but you know what? Fair. I read it's supposed to, like, kill the trainer and leave the Grange stove, but it didn't. Yeah, it sounds like from between not being able to progress past like Pewter City and a couple of other things that it might be trying for an atmosphere. It had immunity to one-hit kills, so it's a who's gonna struggle the other to death. And let me guess, you can't get any Pokeballs to get non-one-hit kill Mon on the team, so you just have to do it that way. God, that sounds honestly kind of frustrating. Oh, you actually could catch others, but then you're left with the Pokemon Yellow issue, which is there's not really many good things before that, so they had to specifically put in and that too, that you had a ghost, you had a good one, but one-hit kill immunities. Yeah, because I remember the Yellow that they had to specifically change the list of what was available to make better type matchups for Brock's gym, because starting with a Pikachu was, yeah. Well, I would find it funny to do the creepypasta horror game ROM hack. Oh, secret. This is wait. This is actually useful too, because all these secret caves are areas that we can go in and might have items. Find a playable version of Sonic EXE. Yeah, what is it with all the creepy hack ROM versions that they're all .exes? Like, why is the file extension so weird? Like, is the idea that they had that they hacked the game and found, ooh, there's all this creepy stuff. Okay, where's the next reef? This steel isn't Cyclops Reef, but I think that I saw in the cheat file actually has something useful. Because I swear there's like 5 different video game specific creepypastas that are explicitly EXEs. Meh. I don't know. I was never really much into them, so I can't really say. Guess was the early internet. Guess was the early internet was something being executable to form in and of itself. Yeah, probably. It is probably a case of that type of file extension just was either hardcore malware and nobody really had the sense to like maybe not download random or open random things. Can SMT, the app shows on the phone and you can't delete it. Yeah. Yeah, like the mysterious EXE not official release stuff. You know what? I know it gets thrown off every time, but mostly for that. Hey, what about my MV Dragon Ball Legend of Zelda Disturbed? You're just going to have to deal with it. Wait, no. I both need the item. EXE with 0.16 KB. I'm sorry you had to find out that way, but that's selling your information to some shady scammer ring in the Baltics. Totally legit, trust me. Well, on the bright side, you are well loved by the Baltic scammer ring. Ooh, there's bombs. I'm just... No! That didn't work out at all! Baltic... Oh, God. Yeah. You can trust a Baltic scammering a lot more than you can trust Amazon. Like, as a basic rule, Say what you will, but they have, once they get your data, they have integrity. They won't sell it out to, well, aside from all the places they're selling out to make their profit, they won't sell it out to any more. At least you can know that when they're done with it, they're done with it. They're not going to keep it on file in years and then, oops, we decided that we can make more money by not paying our security contractors, so now we have all of your passwords and personal data leaked. Speaking of important information, want to hear something funny? Hell yeah. Yep. I was really hoping that both of those would hit. Oh. Humor is the most important, that is true. Always said that. And if you don't remember that, then that's a skill issue. Nope. Of course, magic up front to do the parachute bit after you've blasted everything, but not bombs in case you've been blasting everything. Could get these at Beatles, but like, I'm not paying that, man. Wait, what? Never mind, the 30 bombs in one pickup. I had DNA test last year that also shows a lot of health issues. Got an email today saying, we've updated your DNA. We have a problem with your heart. You don't say. You had no idea of how that would. You had no idea what with the various heart attack and issues that you've been having, that there might be something wrong with that organ specifically. As long as you handled the government's got DNA. I mean, you literally have. Actually, no. I know for a fact that they don't have your fingerprints on file because a family member has gone through a whole lot of pain and suffering to get their fingerprints on file because that is information that they needed for their job. So I think it's more that the government has your DNA on file until you need to officially have your DNA on file. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's what, honestly, had to do that for a job interview too. Oh. Honestly, with as frustrating as it was to get like the fingerprints done officially, she was considering just committing a crime to get them on record. Says law student. Hey, lawyer advised, we cannot be in the wrong. And that's how it works. If you have a lawyer say it's okay, then you're completely fine and justified no matter what you do, right? Right? That's how it works. Or a crime show where they go to get the dental records to match. Depends on the country. Where are they checking dental record? Yeah, like you know what I want to see in like a CSI show? All right, did we get a match on dental records? No, nobody can afford insurance in this country. We got zilch. Like, I guess the idea is that they oh. Yeah, dental isn't covered in regular plans. Like, you're either having to pay out of your own pocket, but I am half tempted. Ooh, one more Triforce shard. We're missing the bottom one. I mean, I assume it's more that dental can get DNA and then you do vague stuff with it, or that if at any point you've been in a dentist office or gotten like x-rays that they have it there. Okay, Three-Eye Reef next. But honestly, yeah, I would like to see a crime. Here, dental's linked to free healthcare and NHS, so records like molds, X-ray, and all our information that's claimable. Yeah, if you're feeling. Yeah, maybe filing something diamond. Okay, that makes sense. I can definitely see that that's like a high incentive, like an extra bonus for stuff in the UK. But I can definitely see in the US that the dental records just not exist because nobody has that insurance. It's not covered regularly, and shit's expensive if you don't have insurance. Because, you know, after a while, there is a... Okay, I'm going to see if Beetle maybe has, like, arrows or stuff. I mean, honestly, there's a play to... Hey! Perfect. Colonel's staying off the grid by just never going to the dentist.
Bye.
Hell yeah. They're onto something there. They cannot trace your dental records if you've never been able to go to the dentist. Medical records, same thing. It's really 5-dimensional chess. They got the right idea there. Nope, turn completely around. Which really is just going... I mean, you're going to have some health records. True. You need the vaccinations. Like that. The mom might be evil, but they're not crazy. They're not stupid. They'll get those records. Because it's a special kind of stupid to not get those set up. And not... In 10 years, vaccines may be something you have to travel to different states. I fucking hate the whole shenaniganery of vaccines are evil because we want people to be afraid of literally everything, so we are doing our most to make those not a thing. Like, just let people have nice things. So we match with bite marks, DNA and shape and... Oh! Why do I have the feeling that the bigger deal breaker in the US is for staying off the grid is going to be, wait, I can't bite anyone? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I love how the gunboats just fling like they use the exact same technique as your cannon to get him to just fire bombs, which has the feeling of, so we figure out how to accidentally pull out bombs on the ship and on your boat and make them go forward at high speeds. Encode that into behavior and make a cannon asset. Bite mark analysis is dodgy at best. Carol, I don't know why, but you have the energy of someone who knows that in a that's how they'd never improve the allegation sort of way. Not in like... I don't know why. Florida man can't do it. That is doggy as... Well, I suppose in that case that if you have a random dog or random bite, that the best case is that you didn't have a close encounter with a Florida man, and that's from a dog. Learning so much we never needed to know. Oh, this is a sort of knowledge that'll come back in like 7 years and do that court case. Oh god, it does feel exactly like something out of Ace Attorney. A lot of forensic science is way less accurate than propaganda machines. I mean, true crime shows the lead. Yeah, okay, that's just true. Like the whole true crime being, no, this is always 100% accurate and infallible. Trust us on it. Oh god, it's on that one. How the fuck do I get there? Mark aren't from a dog, they're from the witness. Counsel, you called a dog to the stand as a witness. They're the same person. Okay, and enhance is one of those things that gets you mad as somebody who knows that they're like pulling shit out of their back end to make cops look more competent than they are. But also as someone who knows anything about computers, and like, no. If the camera does not have the resolution, you're not going to get jack shit from that. Can be used in court cases and allowed to be used as scientific evidence. Yeah, it makes sense that... Oh, shit, do I have to... Nope, I see the chest still up there. That is technically on the same level as forensic, like any sort of, like, sign of a struggle. In case one, domestic case one about cousins... Ugh. Yeah, no, by all means, you do not have to talk about that if you don't want to. Because, like, first flag of domestic, but yeah, no. That sounds rough. But I suppose the bite marks, it's like the same thing of any sign of a struggle, or like, this is proof of something that happens, and then further icing on the cake is if you can prove that the bite marks go to one person. Yeah, gotta check the fingernails. There's always plot crucial evidence right below the fingernails that will be brought up at the end of the episode. And now I'm thinking about like the CSI and police procedural shows. I'm just thinking that it's like sci-fi if it was kind of bad. So much closed case closed to Detective Conan. Such marks have referred to as dental fingerprinting, so take that as you will. Yeah, now that you think about it, like, a lot of teeth do get fucked up in a very distinctive way. Like, various chipped tooth wear patterns or marks of, yeah, this person had dental work on them in this way. Plus their bones. Cause of death? I think it's a giant knife stuck in his back, sir. Are you certain about that? Get an autopsy just to be sure. And the most crank Ace Attorney case, it's not the knife in the back. Because it's both a good twist, but also something that is so cliched that of course it's not the knife. It's going to be something more. So yeah, that's what they want us to think. There we go. Cyclops. Everyone has been asking you to play it. Yeah, because it's lawyer games. Honestly, I've been wanting to... think they just want me... Well, they're also detective and puzzle games. They are like a little bit fun, and... Well, they're more than a little bit fun. So I play Phoenix Wright as well. Yeah, especially if you get on a sale. Like, you can get all the Phoenix Wright stuff and Great Ace Attorney for like... What? 30, 60 bucks if they're on sale? Oh, no. The DS ones were... I think it's here's closest. The DS ones and the Game Boy ones were amazing because they, for the quality of the art that they wanted to put in and the amount of text and all that. Yep, Stonewatcher, I am pointing in the correct way. They were running into issues of cartridge space. Okay, this... And because they use such little variation in sprites, each individual ones for like the whole character sheet of various reactions and the basic ones were able to be a bit more high quality. Totally stream it as a, okay, this isn't how it works, and then have a compilation of those be hours long. God, that reminds me of a historian streamer I watched who went through the Great Ace Attorney, the ones set in like Victorian London, as like, okay, this is what's wrong about the history. This is some weirdly deep pulls. Great for your bow. I'm sorry, what? Popper Nile has shit? Damn. Yeah, Phoenix Wright takes place in either Japanese courts or, as the fandom calls it, Japanifornia, because originally it was set in Tokyo. It got localized into being in California. They did not localize all the very specific Japanese stuff out. So the fandom has called it Japanifornia. What? Cheeseburgers. Of course. Oh. Not even American, just have an American. God, truer words haven't been said. But there's actually the Great Ace Attorney. That does take place in Great Britain. Granted, it's Victorian era Great Britain, and has a hilarious Sherlock Holmes parody that is named after another author's attempt to dodge copyright as Sherlock Holmes. Actual thing, it's a public domain character that was created and released exactly to get around the fact that Arthur Conan Doyle is a little shithead and did not want to have any fun with I forget the name of the author, but the original Arsène Lupin stories didn't want to do a crossover, so like, fine, we're doing it anyway. I'm sorry, did you think the author of A Thief would not be above stealing himself? It's amazing. Yeah, that's the thing. Sherlock Holmes, even though there's... Arthur Conan Doyle was not a good writer. He was kind of an idiot. Maurice LeBlanc, thank you so much. The moment you said, like, yes, that's a guy. Holmes Jones from Arsène Lupin series. Not a good guy either, but however, he has one thing above Conan Doyle. He's funny. The shit he's pulled with Sherlock Holmes makes it easier to laugh. You don't have to think. But no, it's definitely like Sherlock Holmes in the era is a very fun space of like detective fiction and the sort of thing to get into. I mean, how Conan Doyle is... Oh, Conan Doyle? Yeah, no, Conan Doyle was an idiot and a shithead. Like, so many of his stories are like, that's not how biology or what you claimed that is, or what you're staking the solution on works. But also, you know, to activate, so yeah, that's the other thing. It's a good thing to like, and that's kind of what I've been to very bluntly loop it around. It's like what I've been enjoying with the randomizer here, that it's something to make your brain activate and get started on. It's so much fun. Now, what else were... The thought has sailed. Like it's a good puzzle game, really, at the core of it. And Ace Attorney does it in a visual novel style, whereas it seems like the Sherlock Holmes, which I kind of want to play because I saw it had Eldritch Horror sort of things, and I could rant on that while just attempting. But it's just, I love a good puzzle. Yeah, visual novel is a point-and-click adventure mix. And also, my favorite part of Ace Attorney is, without fail, new players will always complain about how annoying, stupid, and himbo-ish all of the characters are, but they will always grow on them. Because at the start, when I was watching the Great Ace Attorney playthrough, I was annoyed at all of the characters and found like I hate this guy, or I find him so annoying. And by the end, it's like, no, I can admit that they are annoying, but I love them. They are weird in the best possible way. Like, yeah, it's you know, I actually never realized that Danganronpa was technically similar to to Ace Attorney and like visual novel point and click detective game. Mostly because I've heard of Danganronpa, largely people yelling about it, but they just kind of like hate it as a thing and never go into specifics. Like they'll never say, I hate Danganronpa V3 or Danganronpa because of this, that, or the other thing, or this mechanic didn't hit, or this, or the way the mystery played out was weirdly written. No, they just hate Danganronpa as an institution. That is the first, Ace, that is the first bit of specific critique I have ever heard of Danganronpa. That is the first specific thing of anything I've heard about Danganronpa. It's kind of impressive. Wait, I completely fucked that up. One of those crazies who love V3. You know, everyone is allowed a little, at least one or two questionable tastes of, everyone else says this is awful, but I will fight you for loving this. Immediately contradict. Hell yeah. Didn't kind of ruin the plot for me, no spoilers, but just left bad taste. And then Zarataro blew me away and made me love the writer. Super polarizing. Romp's like kind of insane, a lot of wild, problematic shit, but if you unhinge your frontal lobe, it's a good time. Right. Because I did see friend of mine of the channel, Ricky Rex, he was playing it with like one of his friends, and it seemed to be that the main theme of it was, this is one of the most anime things to ever anime, which kind of did a lot of, oh, that explains all I've been hearing about it. That would do it. Most darling ending a writer could do. I take the specifically Darling in the Franxx of that kind of anime cranks up to 11 out of 5. That is a whole extra level. Oh, Daring, not Darling. Okay, I just completely misread that. It's a Daring ending. I get you now. Bold. Hello, duck person. Darling and Frank's adjectives, just watch the first season and drop it. Yeah. Okay, the one thing that I always find absolutely and completely hilarious is that you can, depending on who you, like, there's one question where you can see if they are a fan of Darling in the Franxx or Kirby. If they just ask you to, if somebody asks you to pull up a picture of 02, and if it's an Eldritch horror, that's a Kirby fan. If it's some weird anime girl, that's Darling in the Franxx. I have managed to train my Google search to know that if I put in 02, I don't want oxygen, I don't want anime, I want some weird thing with a cactus for a butt that is, oh, I need a bit more. That is crying blood. God, that, you know what? I think I've figured out the next thing I've played because I have a copy of Kirby and the Crystal Shards, and I've been waiting for a time, and this appears to be the time. I also love the reaction of just that Kirby boss when you show it to people. Oh, through the Dark Matter trilogy. That I've only played for like the Dark Matter trilogy. I think I played Nightmare in Dreamland, N64, maybe a couple other ones. That Kirby was one of those ones that I never had on my Game Boy, but when I got around to Well, I got around and into, oh, you can have all these games on my cell phone. Those are the ones that I absolutely love playing. Break you to you, former Prime Minister of Japan Shinzo Abe, but telling the Franks is not going to make the youngins start breeding. Oh God, was that their first attempt at a get? Because I know that like that's the conspiracy theory of why you get animes like Spy X Family and a couple other ones of like very slice of life but also cool family focused ones. Yeah, play them on the Switch now because they added on the Game Boy one, which I am mad that it is behind a paywall, but I'm still excited that it exists. Both are things that can be true simultaneously. Like that's always been the conspiracy theory, that those are things to try to get the birth rate up. Whereas I think isn't the other thing I've heard that is if they actually want a solution, they're kind of going to need to not work people to death and pay them more. Yeah, Spy Family is a accidental hit creator. Hates. Oh, I feel so bad for them that they. Oh, shoot. We can't finish this. We need to get the upgrade for the bow first in Pauperin Isle, which I have no idea where the hell is left to get there. Probably something like Hookshire, all that. Because I know there's been a couple instances where the thing like characters were killed off in other media or series were just stopped, or just worked with him so well making something good that was just supposed to pay the bills and it just blew up. Because I know there's been other instances where series have ended or other things that like series ended, characters were killed, people like quit on all these landmark super popular things, and the full start and stop of it is this was because I was a month behind on my rent and I needed something. I hate the concept, I hate the character, I hate all this, and it became too big. I just had to pull the plug. Which now that I think about it, and now, because I know that there's like a couple of things of like a lot of people. That was Death Note. Oh, amazing. Now there's like a whole thing of like Yor's brother being creepily obsessed with her, that, but that was in like the first season early bits, which would have made sense if the author was trying to kill it. Writers were forced to keep it going once. Oh God, and it's even worse for Death Note, because like a big point of it is that it has a villain protagonist. Like the guy with the Death Note, which I don't even care enough to try to remember his name, even though I know I could, is not a good person. You're not supposed to root for him. It's like the same issue Breaking Bad had. Like, not a good guy. And the point is the downfall of villain. Yeah, and the villain main character can be done really well. Like, Black Lagoon is just, oh, I never had bombs when we came here, and I forgot to come back for them, I think. You know, Overlord, I've heard that it has a good villain cast. I just, as a rule, do not like isekai animes, because I think that by grabbing a character that has no personal stake in the world, you lose a lot of like relevance. That, okay, this is good, but it could have been a lot better if there was like existing relationships and it wasn't just, yeah, this person is there. They can, I don't know. It's just personal taste. Okay, where the hell is this? So I hear you and you're not wrong, but hear me out. Okay, here's the thing. Before you say anything more, I will also admit to really liking, I haven't watched all of it because I'm bad at watching shows all the way, but I watched like halfway through the first season of the time I got reincarnated in a slime. And I like that mostly because like within 5 episodes, it started just being, you know what? We're just going to make this a slice of life thing. That's just going to be fun. It's going to be quiet, cute, domestic stuff. Oh, up there. There we go. God, this is such a weird puzzle because you only do it on paw print and for 20 ruby hidden in like a place you would not think to look on Dragon Roost. It's so weird, but I love the idea of cooking on and climbing up. Have episode focus on a group of people in the world, and I was actually thinking of something like this. And then suddenly they have to deal with the main cast, and the main cast becomes side characters while it focuses on the in-world characters. There we go. Ice and fire arrows. Of like, an isekai would also be cool if the main character, or the isekai character, was not the viewpoint character, but rather a problem character of, it's got some sort, yes, that would be cool. Of like, okay, what is this guy? What is their deal? What do they want? Why are they so strong? And then just the slow creeping dread of, wait, is this guy technically an undead person from another world? And just have that secret get out and having to deal with it. Okay, the other thing, this has gone completely far from villain main characters to just my rants on, I've had this idea because every time I see something that, like some writing technique or genre that I hate, I always think, what do I hate about it and how could I make it better? And hear me out on this. You know how most isekais will have the main character be thrown into like MMO or Dragon Quest RPG like world? Early 2000s Half-Life FPS. That is a genre, or not Half-Life, Valve FPS. That is a genre that has as much overpoweredness as a typical isekai story, with also the subtle undertone of, yes, but everything still sucks, and if you're not careful, you will get your shit rocked in. Like, have the main character get hit by a train and wake up to the G-Man in their face. You rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. It's an anime that's focused on the main villain who is a boss, but she hit her head and got Isekai's new group of friends trying to convert her to being a good person, refusing to see her as a villain. Great, because she was consistently horrible. Oh wow, I completely looped it. That also does sound... Because the other thing that I would like for a isekai is deconstructions. Oh, hey, Butterfly, thank you so much for lurking. I hope that you're having a good night. Good Friday. Really make Freeman's Mind. That's what gave me the idea, because I fucking love Freeman's Mind as just the most unhinged, but also totally in line with anyone who's played Half-Life more than once. Me. Of course he's going to sing Modern Major General halfway through decide, no, all of these lyrics suck. I'm going to make new ones. Well, fighting a tank. My mom and I quote, your mom is in on it too. I love your mom so much. I don't care if you tell her that, because that line, oh, that entire thing. I will admit the Freeman's Mind wrong one. Shrapnel. Spoonful of shrapnel. But Freeman's Mind, part 2 for Half-Life 2 didn't quite hit as much as... Oh. Going to just try being these up, see if that... It didn't hit as much as the original Black Mesa one. Barney's Mind from the Blue Shift DLC, or from, yeah, Half-Life 1's Blue Shift DLC, which I think I still have to finish along with Opposing Force. I just kind of never finished those. Felix's Mind. What game was that for? Is it... I'm gonna... Oh wait, no, Kara has a sub badge, we're fine. Oh, I could have gone in the back way. I won't. Watch the Lunar run through Blue Shift. Because I know that they did Barney's Mind. They did one for Blue Shift, Opposing Force, and all the rest, but don't recognize that one. But no, that was just I love that so much. I like binged it in... Oh, good, back. Now, I was just saying that I don't recognize Felix's Mind. I know that they had one for... Oh, which way is Ice Ring? The entire wrong direction. They had one for, like, Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, and then the DLC packs for 1, Opposing Force, and Blue Shift. Which, like, they were consistently funny of parodying what the hell is this layout of Black Mesa? I often think of, yes, the box crushing room. For Half-Life 2, can't remember name channel posting them. The whole bit was they weren't following Gordon's stream and they were following Felix, who was very tired of dealing with his brother's bullshit. You know, fair. I think the funniest thing is, and it might not be just Freeman's Mind, it's probably also a bit more of general fan theory, which led to the Freeman's Mind joke. But there's a whole joke of, why does the HEV suit not have a helmet? Which... Oh... No, it wasn't even Valve, although I think they got in on it, but it was Black Mesa, the Crowbar Collective, the people who made the unofficial remake that Valve loves so much, they just fucking adopted it as an official part of the bundle. Take notes, Nintendo. That they had corpses in the final section of Half-Life 1 with... You gotta do that once. With like a hood on the HEV suit. Yeah, that's so amazing. I adore it and love it, and it should happen more often. The bipod knife and paddle. Oh, you love to see it so much. You really do. Just all those fan jokes that, like, yeah. No, the HEV suit has a hood. It doesn't do jack against head crabs. So your complaints are heard, noted, valid. We still stand by that what we did is official and proper. Canon is preserved. Good luck. All right, let's see if Ice Ring Isle gave us literally anything. We got literally nothing from all of this. Small little detour. Well, let's see if the second secret has anything. Got bounced with fun. Oh, it was so much fun hanging with you, and thank you again for the raid. Enjoy your evening, and I hope that you're having a good one and a good weekend. Yeah. Oh, this might This annoys me that this might have more useful... I should have thought a bit before that. This is technically a combat challenge and a secret, so it might have more useful stuff. Half-Life 1, 2, and all the episodes are such a... I want to play this on stream. For nothing else, then... Sure, they appear now to be the most tropey nonsense that you could imagine. And almost... Yeah, they're such classics. Like, one thing I've heard is that they're kind of boring. They don't do anything interesting. Because they were so fucking successful, every other game literally said, oh my god, that right there is how you make games, and relentlessly copied. Like, it's a case of, it's not any problems with how they feel, is kind of because every other game did those tropes to death because Half-Life got it right. And I also want an excuse to, like, the whole reason I bought my VR headset was to play Half-Life Alyx. Oh, Triforce start. Cool. Like, that game, it's kind of funny. Valve does this intentionally, that they want their Half-Life games to push forward, like, how you do gaming to some degree. Like, I did it with Half-Life 1 kind of unintentionally, in that they just kind of loaded up with all the set pieces and scripted events that they could and said, yep, here you go. This, well, actually, they put it all in a thing, all the ones that they made for the pre-production phase in one level, tried it out and found that, oh god, this is actually really fun and cool. I take too much joy of Link's adorable little squeakings from falling over. But then 2 really blended in a stronger narrative in an unbroken first-person perspective. And from what I've heard and seen, Alyx is still one of the strongest games on VR. I have not heard of another game that does such good story. Okay, is there anywhere else I needed these? I can think of. Well, I'll probably be more somewhere else. But in terms of a narrative experience that isn't just, oh, well, we have a shooting range, or we have this kind of simple thing, or this is an old game that we've remastered and it will make you sick. Like, Half-Life Alyx has always seemed that they do good story, good mechanics, you interact with the world in fun ways, and it probably won't make you that sick. That being said, I also have to finish Resident Evil 4 VR, which that has been so much fun, not because it is a well-crafted, well thought out experience custom built for VR that does interesting things with the medium. No, that's fun because that's a fucking GameCube game that is ported to a console that has more mobility, reaction time, speed, and accuracy than was ever possible on the GameCube platform just as a flat port. It is so much fun to walk into a boss fight, have a TMP in one hand and a pistol in the other, unload, and the fact that you don't have, most people don't have like stellar accuracy with a VR hand tracker thing. But it's so much better that you line up so many headshots. It's one of the... Really, that game has been the reason that I've kind of been sad that I haven't had time, energy, or otherwise to get a stronger stomach on VR to get back into it. Man, now that I think about it, all of my big tech purchases have really just been, I want some big, expensive, elaborate thing in order to play very old games. Because there's RE4, but there's also the fact that I want to get VR Doom set up. That just seems like a fun one. Right, there's one. You know. What were? Oh, man, we have swapped like 5 topics in short order, which means this has been an amazing stream. But back to like the past subject or subject before that. One thing that I've really thought that would be fun to have, I guess the core of it is that a lot of isekais fall flat for me because the whole overpowered MP, or the MP that does the main character that doesn't really have to struggle, or I don't actually think I need Medley for anything. I'm gonna leave her here. Or work for anything. It's just there's not really much tension, which bugs me. It just, aside from, okay, there's not much tying this character to the setting, and it kind of feels like the devs just, or not the devs, I'm too in the mind of games and game discussion, but feels a bit like the writer was kind of embarrassed about what, well, not even embarrassed, but you can't, a good cheap isekai you cannot be embarrassed to write. I completely misspoke. That is on like adaptations like the Monster Hunter movie, that if they're not willing to just admit and be like, this is the world, here it is, that's a weak point. But oh, I don't need Medley at all. Next room. Hey, you got the duck girl with you? Hope you do. But it's just, in many cases, instead of fleshing the world out, they kind of chose to have a very uninteresting and boring character. Oi! Hands off of my duck. Mine. It's just, the problem is a lot of their ideas and worlds and concepts are interesting enough, but then are immediately fall into the problem of, but the way they go about it is boring and kind of bad writing. And I really think that the central concept of dude thrown into a place and now has to figure it out could be really good, especially if it starts with that said person freaking the fuck out and not wanting to be there, or having to undergo a whole lot of character development, which largely character development is not a thing that happens to people who really should get some character developed. Don't watch isekai. Yeah, it's a boring, that's the other thing, it's usually a boring cash grab, which is why I don't watch it. I just complain about it. I will admit to what I'm doing. Oh, the time we got reincarnated as slime, and next life in the villainous, all road leads to doom. Yeah, top tier ones. And I know, at least I haven't watched much of the villainous one. I know the slime one is largely because within, as I said, within a couple of episodes, it largely stopped caring about being an isekai. Oh, that's the one that you're talking about. That they try to convince her to be a better person, and she's just like, no. Why would I do that? Which is also a very hilarious thing of just flat out admitting that the average isekai protagonist is kind of a shithead and does not deserve many breaks, but also putting that forward in a way that lets them revel in, nah, let's be bad. Let us be bad and not have any qualms about what we're doing. Oh, damn. You can kind of put this, the fun thing with this one is with the purple slimes, you can kind of, something I would do 100%. You know what? Love to see it. And in case we have more things that Medley would be useful for. Honestly, love to see it. And there's just something fun about a work with villain or morally gray protagonists that kind of revels in the fact that no, I don't know what you were thinking. These people are shit. So that's like one thing I've heard leveled for a lot of works that focus on like, the one thing that's coming to my mind, partially because I saw Ace playing this on stream or talking about it, is, or no, not Ace, this was someone completely different playing Persona 3 that reminded me about Persona 5, is that they kind of don't go all the way with the idea of the main characters being rebels or rebellion. Love Tensura. I think it's one of the few that does super ultra powerful wish fulfillment MC right. Yeah, that can work. Brandon and Paul roommate arc with morally gray area. God, I really have to get off my ass and stop looking at the bit of lore that I've written, but because I was going to release it at the first year affiliate streamiversary, but then I got so exhausted and tired and busy I didn't have time to edit it. But the funny thing is, like, for all the lore I've thought of for Bread, it's morally gray in the fact that it's technically evil, in that a lot of shit that the government would rather not, hey, more bombs, this would have been useful a lot easier, would rather not happen specifically to the government that has annoyed Bread. And he just doesn't care. It's fun. I realize instead of describing, I should probably just leave it at, I need to get off my ass, and then tomorrow, get off my ass. Question. Yeah, anyone want to question how the Hellcat ended up in hell to begin with? It was not a filing error. Like, the general theme that I've really loved with Bread is that Eldritch Horrors usually end up in a reality when it is time for that reality to no longer exist. They are food motivated and eat the fabric of reality. Except Bread's personality is, and I'm not sure how to describe this without being self-deprecating, but it's a mix of like loserish, not really concerned, or just would rather not with people. It's a typo. Okay, and damn, autocorrect added again. I am okay. Maybe I can just flat out say that Brett is an idiot because I have proven myself to be an idiot. I was looking at, God, also dropping out a character midstream to talk about lore writing and meta stuff is confusing. Eldritch entities are depicted as too uncaring about what's happening around them. That is true. And the fun with this is that what's happening around me is much more aggressively present than most people. Yeah, I probably deserve that. And it's kind of fun to take the, yeah, Eldritch Eldritch entity does not care about humanity, from like Eldritch God is a big, huge, out there sort of impersonal or in their own realm sort of thing, to no, the Eldritch entity in question is that annoying loudmouth bread roll that has taken over the Blockbuster on State Street as their own. I have to drive past them to get to work. It moved last minute. It's just fun. One thing I thought of, like, describing that kind of vibe is, my goals are outside of your understanding. My goals: have a quiet night and play some Tetris. This a door, path? It's definitely a thing. What? Oh. The tiny little pool of light. The problem I'm generally having is lore writing is fun, but the moment I think of how do I release this and how do I get this out to people, then that becomes a problem. Wait, no, I need to stand here. Then that's the, oh, right, that now I am looking at this in the lens of this will be peer reviewed. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who'd love to, who have flat out said that they want to read this the moment it becomes available. The bigger thing is, and the part that I was trying hard not to admit, I forgot about it. See, finally, oh yes, that's the other thing, that anything with Monster OC or non-anime human, yes, open comms, do it. Because you did a great job on the random art that you really didn't have to give that to me. Like, it was fantastic, and I love the art that you did in your style so much. But Syphilis, to your point, that for more monstrous OCs, I've been able to scoot around it a bit, because a bread roll is a very simple thing to draw, but for you, finding someone who's good at, like, combination of chitin, centipede, and everything else, when you find someone who's able to do it, God, more fucking redeads. I hate these things. It's absolutely fantastic, but the problem is, I was also thinking of this, that I am really lucky that Ace is already open to friends and mutuals, but I haven't. True, but more people. That is a nice thing of friends and mutuals with artists, that it's not that you'll get free art. That, yeah, welcome in, Ricky. We are currently dealing with zombies. Oh, hey, treasure chart. Nice, useless, meh. How's Yakuza 6? Or the Yakuza? It's more complicated than Centipede Lady, for sure. And yeah. Ugh. I hope you're able to find someone who's able to go full in with whatever you're... well, background piece you're working on. Yeah, I missed that. That backgrounds are a whole other thing of... Yeah. Or more complex lore pieces and whatnot. Because the other thing is that a lot of artists will really like... Where'd Duck Girl go? 6 is nice and... Oh, nice and done. 06 before you leave to Japan. Oh yeah, that's actually an impressive amount. Like impressive amount to get done. Like a lot of artists will like love making any sort of weird character design, but also will have like no gore, mecha, non-human, sometimes even non-female, or like only it's like very specific. Truck gore, thumbs up, hell yeah. Ooh, Stalfos. Leave me 7 hours. Shouldn't you be? Well, I suppose you have plenty of time to sleep on the plane, but I feel there are more important things to do 7 hours before your flight out, unless you're already in the airport, than listening to a bread roll talk about art. Yeah, because anyways, I know that you have a couple favorite brushes for blood. Pew pew and poke. Hell yeah. There's such... I cannot explain the charge I get when I see like a friend, mainly black white style. Yeah, mainly black and white style. Oh, here. Once this cutscene stops, I will pop up the piece that I... Actually, no, wait. Just it's in the Discord. The piece is literally, if you go into the announcement channel in the Discord and scroll up, that's there. And also, yeah, it's a 1 hour challenge, short notice, and like it wasn't a comm piece, that was something that she gifted to me, which still very much appreciated. Like, what the hell. So full comms will be in a different style, but that's just kind of general, the color and vibe. Now, Ricky, definitely... Okay, to go down the list of chat messages I've been distracted from. Ricky, make sure... I hope you're fully packed and aren't going to rush out the door, and I really appreciate you stopping by. And that face... Sir, that face gives me a zero confidence. Consider this a vote of no confidence. Also, yeah, like art, on the topic of like what artists will and won't do, they can be very specific, and I know that it's because they know that if it's too far outside of their comfort zone, then they won't be able to get a good product back. And background work, I know that the problem is more often that a character to most artists is exciting, interesting, but if it's like a background overlay or like more complex where the focus isn't the character but something else, then that becomes some other things. And yeah, I was going to mention that you are actually insane. All of the bones on the inside of the skeleton are individually rigged. And I brought that up as like, because at first it was starting as the whole process of commissioning Ace. I don't even know what item I just got, but I don't think it's important. What? Oh shit. Oh shit. Shit. Alright. Channel. Alright, so I began that. Okay, I think I'm back. Am I back? This... Okay, we're just... I think we're back. Can people hear me? I have it up on... Okay, yeah, we're going to call that good and just close out that Twitch tab so everything else runs. So the answer might be that I only stream until 6:30 because, or 9:30, because that was concerning big and a lot more variation than normal. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, full agree. OBS is a beast of burden, but like more along the vibe of one that does not work. Thank you so much, Ace. Huge 2-minute delay. Yeah, because it went down once, buffered, went back around, and ugh. Oh, thank God. That is a relief. I don't know why. It's been so predictable. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? We just had a massive crash. Yeah, the bones of my new model, because as I was saying, each and every bone on the rib cage and the back and the spine is the most concentrated section of pieces, are all individual layers and rigged. The whole thing of when I first commed Ace for it started with me just kind of venting of, I can't believe I did this myself. I am going to have to find somebody to rig this, and I don't know anyone insane enough to. And then Ace just kind of popped up. Hi, I'm here. Exposed bones bit like that reminded me of one Futurama scene where all bones except for their... Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a point of reference. Oh, God damn it. Just sat there like, excuse me. Bad internet's really shitty here. Not... Well, good news. The internet is also really shitty here, so I don't know how long I can stick around. It's a fun time. Except in the ways that it's not. So we hope. Also, welcome in. I hope that you're feeling okay, because I saw that you got... Oh, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I saw that you had a trip to the ER, and I hope that that is taken care of and that you're recovering better. Okay, before the crash, let me see... All set, please don't stress for... Okay, Ricky, I will try not to stress for your sake, but also, people telling me not to stress has never been successful. I stress for so many people. Bones. Oh, a minute overnight. That's rough. Best of luck. Can see Okay. Have I tried not being stressed? No. I mean, I've tried. But literally the doctor's appointment that I set that got the quote, my pharmacist is enabling me added, was mostly, it was in for ADHD meds. Most of the conversation was, so you have massive fucking anxiety. We should do something about that. And I reply in more or less the same, honestly less. Just don't be stressed, five head. Huh. Well, fuck. Tried something and it did not work. Yeah. Rough times all around. But I hope Debbie, I hope that appointment goes well. Wait, why did I come over here? What did... Oh... I know what's up there. I have not yet found the compass map or anything else from it, but I know from the shape and how pointless that is what is exactly over there. Hopefully I'm essentially booked in for the surgery already. It should... Okay, that's good. That it's just a case of let's get you in. This is what we're doing. We kind of have a feeling like just the doctor saying, we know you know that we know what you need. This is what we're doing. Anyway, here's the anesthetic. Good luck. Oh, hopefully that this is a chilling and relaxing experience for whatever you need it to be. Despite the screaming, random drops in internet, and also the yelling. Oh, what the hell. Man, no, I am lucky that most of the artists I know are actually insane. Especially the model riggers, which, now that I think about it, the full dichotomy of insanity, 100% of all model artists and riggers I know are some level of insane. Ah! Damn it! I know there's a chest up there that's hidden by a bomb. I don't know how to get it. You know that monkey look away? That's me right now. I say insane in the most loving and awestruck, and I can't believe the dedication and effort you're putting into this sort of thing. Because partially, I'm amazed I found anyone who is willing to rig something that doesn't have skin on it. Rather be sane. Hey, I tried sane for probably a brief bit of my life. Was not worth it. Do not recommend. Just enjoy. What the? How did I overshoot? So I'm trying to do here that I feel the need to explain because I've been running at something that literally has nothing for so long, is every dungeon has like 1 or 2 hidden chests in it that can only be revealed if you drop a bomb on them. Normally, you have a second player. So normally, when the game first came out, the idea was you would kidnap your little brother, hook up your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube with a link cable, force them to use the Tingle Tuner, or, you know, just connect the damn it. The problem is it's a randomizer, so I don't know if this is worth it or not. Not being sane is a good distraction from things. Exactly. But then Tingle would be able to, on the Game Boy screen, see where the chests were and also drop a bomb to reveal them. And then if you got all of them, you would get like, I don't even know. I don't even remember what the reward is. I think it was like infinite money. And line and fire. And been a while since I even thought about. Yeah, link cables are just a bygone era of a more civilized age. So I actually, the weirdest thing. So I have both the Game Boy to GameCube link and a Game Boy to Game Boy link. Because I did hook up my clear purple plastic Game Boy to the GameCube to try this for a bit. Found it, oh, piece of heart, so found it was kind of worth it. It was kind of cool, but I never did it much beyond. And also, I used it more for, or my entire family really used it more for the Animal Crossing GameCube Island thing. Because the original island in Animal Crossing was you'd hook up a Game Boy, Captain would come appear at the dock of your town and boat you down to the island, which had coconuts, could grow any or a couple fruit trees, would always have summer bugs, and if you stayed long enough there, you could get a tan. Plus a Hawaiian print shirt for everyone there. It was kind of fun. That's what we use it for. I think the Game Boy Link cable it's really funny because I think I've only used it 4 times ever. Every time was for Pokemon. Every time was for a game that my parents were so against and did not like that I had to give a mini lecture of how I understood that the theory of evolution did not apply to this case. The game was not new agey at all, and that what was depicted in the game was just fun faff. Link cable is literally for Pokemon. Maybe a couple other things if you had like... Yeah, shoot, I found both of them recently. Hang on. Let me see if I can find them, because I think they're right nearby. Ah. Yeah, I found the Game Boy Link cable to link or Game Boy to Game Boy immediately. Let me see if I can find the GameCube one. Here? I should really get that wrapped back. Ooh, smells like wood. Controllers. Yes. Game. Wait. I should. I just realized I don't have the GameCube one. Trading. Oh god, the trade evos. I think that is a big reason why the stupid trade evos is why I love Haunter a lot more than Gengar. Because I love the Ghastly line. I honestly think that Haunter is a better design than Gengar, simply because I could never get one. Oh, online trading, the savior. That in Diamond Pearl, I did have online trading, I think, because we're like, we don't have to be sat in each other's lap to trade? What? Oh, so I remember what I do in middle school. A lot of kids had the DS games, Diamond Pearl and the like. And what we'd do sometimes is, because local wireless connection worked, so we'd kind of like yell up and down the bus for like, hey, I got this, what you want for it? I ended up, because one guy had like hacked his game. Like, works must bounce. By all means, hope you have a good night at work and that it's not too headache inducing like a couple nights ago. And thank you so much for stopping in. Always nice seeing you. But yeah, we just like yell up and down the bus, so that was chaos. But one kid had like a cheat machine on and gave himself so many master balls, or got them from a friend with a cheat machine. Don't really remember, don't really care. So I think if I powered up my DS and slotted in Diamond and Pearl, I have like 10 master balls on that account, because I had beaten the game, or almost beaten the game, but definitely did not have anything to use a master ball on, and was more than content. Wait, huh, I'm out of keys and out of rooms. Well then, I'm not sure what to... Let me go over the next couple places, see if I've missed anything. Yeah, and still have them because there wasn't really a good way... Because I never had any of the 3DS games, never had a 3DS. So I didn't have a good way to get them off. Didn't have any way to get them to a new save on that file. But also did not really have, except for maybe the Reggies. Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, Reggie Gigas. Guess we're going. To collect, like the second legendary sort of things. But... yeah, so I just had traded a bunch of, like, late game commons for a shit ton of Master Balls. Good times. Oh, and the other thing I remember doing a lot was, rotom farming. Rotom breeding. Because you could get a trade for, on like, the marketplace trade where you just kind of slapped in anything and like, I have this, I'm looking for this, and you could get almost anything for a Rotom because they were rare but weren't legendaries. They're like, this was when they were first trying to put in Mythic as a thing in Pokemon, so everyone, yeah, ISS, that feature, everyone thought it was technically a racket because like everyone thought that the Rotoms were legendaries, but they weren't. You could actually breed them if you had a Ditto. So I like hatch Rotom eggs, put them on for freaking legendaries. I think I got like a Palkia, a Ho-Oh, a Lugia. Like I got all the older gen legendaries from either people who did not know that Rotoms were breedable or didn't care. It was great. But yeah, no, I don't know why either. It was such a wonderful feature that they just kind of got rid of, and for no real reason. Well, I guess in light of how Scarlet Violet turned out, it's not the most questionable decision they've made. So I can, at the very least, somewhat understand. Shit, yeah, no, so the only way I'm going to be able to do this is there's going to be a secret chest or something I overlooked. I'm pretty sure there's another Tingle bombable chest in here. So I'm just going to look it up. Tingle statue. And see where it is. Dragon, Forbidden, Goddess, Earth. Huh. Nope, I got that. So yeah, I don't have an excuse. This is... Oh, being moved. Good luck! Hope the Wi-Fi comes back for her. So yeah, no, this is just me being dumb and missing a puzzle chest. Which, honestly, I am probably missing this for the sole reason... For the sole reason that I always hated this dungeon because I was a very easily scared child. And the Redeads gave me nightmares. So I did not spend more time than I had to in this dungeon. And I can live with that. Alright. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something, like, over there that appears if you splat everything. However, I think in order to get the rest of the splat choose to drop down, I need to... I need to actually start by doing the puzzle. There's 2 to begin with, and I believe 2 more drop down as like a gotcha after you set it. After you set this. That's my theory, at least, and I'm sticking to... Well, not really to it, more like in the general direction of... Oh my god, cooperate, please! Because I remember seeing 4... Yeah, there's the others. I love the purple chews that they've only really appeared in... I think Twilight Princess had purples, but they were like, oh yeah, you can mix chews up into different colors, and you can like meld the rarer ones into even better types of jelly. But but if you screw it up, you get a purple. Like that sort of thing. They didn't have... I think this was the only one that had the ability to... Or chews that had the ability to disincorporate, reincorporate, and generally be a problem until you turn them to stone. Which is super cool. I love that. Okay. I've got that there. Not a lot else. I need medley for this. Huh. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I kind of think I need to just take a moment to try to remember what I'm forgetting here. And I was hoping to clear this temple in one go. Actually, no, we will clear this. We will clear this. I am just going to look up a walkthrough map. Waker Earth Temple. So I just need to see where all the treasures are. Okay, I don't care about all... Hero X17, thanks so much for following. Yeah, playing as Shadow Link because we are doing a randomizer. The entire game is completely scrambled. Thanks for the yelling. I love that redeem. So, like, yeah, we have the Master Sword. We got the Master Sword as literally the first item on the game in the game, and also are missing only a single thing in the entire Triforce. So that's. I forgot. I was looking at the other. I was looking on the other screen because I have a walkthrough up because I'm completely stuck with no idea how to get what we need. So I'm just taking a check to see if we can figure that out. Like then small dungeon. So we got. Okay. I think I know where we're going from here. Oh. I can never tell with the bop specifically. Right, we need medley. Dang it. leave her. Oh, it is working. It goes so slow. I can never remember. There's always that one moment of, is this working or did something break? Glad to have you in. But yeah, no, we're playing as Shadow Link for the express reason that okay, yeah, we did both everything here. The randomizer I used to set this up, there goes the bop. Had the option, and I could not control myself. What the hell was that? It's a bit of a challenge run, and I've been enjoying it. It's the first randomizer I've done. Definitely glad for the... definitely glad that this included a... I know which one. Yeah. Yeah, it's that one. Oh. Wait, I think I might... Oh, hang on. Messing with the... Oh, wow. I was trying... I had to pull something up on another screen and was not only looking away, but clicked out and... Hey, give me it back. Give me her back. Because I was just talking to someone about this, and I have a very bad habit of forgetting usernames. Alright. You stand there, and we check to see... Because there should be two things. Okay. Now I just have to go through the entire dungeon to make sure I didn't miss anything. So we got the item in this room. I know we got the one here. Might have forgotten something here. Might be worth doing. Worth checking out. Alright. Chest is open, so we got that one. Alright, next round of checks. That was the last one we got. Oh. Oh, okay. So there's something else in this room. Think. What the fuck do they need back? Right. So I think annoyingly, the one dungeon that I'm like, it'll be straightforward. I already have the dungeon item. We got everything we need, really. And this one isn't too complex. I didn't bother to open literally any of the pots. So now we just have to... Well, I don't think it'd be that useful right now, really. I think the distance from one pot to the next is more or less the same. Alright. You wait here with the zombies. I'll be gone for a minute. So I think here the extra treasure chest is killing all of these things. And I know I'm missing two. One of them is a small key, three. One's a small key, one's the dungeon map, and one's the compass. All would be very useful to have right specifically now. Especially the compass. Yeah. God damn, the short veer right into, no, we are finishing this tonight. Let me do what I've done in other Zelda games and pull up a walkthrough. I do not care. Has made me completely forget what the hell we're talking about. Hell yeah. Okay, the embarrassing thing is when I played this through vanilla a long time ago. Heyo! Had a feeling. I think I got that one. The first time I played this, which was still a long time since I played it last. Like actually it's probably from when I first played this game on stream and now is probably the same gap of time that was from when I last played that game and when I played it on stream. And somehow, despite that, I knew I knew that there's a secret chest in there. Oh, wait, no. I obviously knew there was a secret chest in there because I had the compass that time. Get bent. Oh, it is so satisfying to have the pose walk into the big old thing of light. God, it's fun messing with the pose. Yeah. Medley, I know you're trying to help, but like, I have the angle for this. I'm just bad. The amount of pose that were lurking in here that I've accidentally triggered. Watching him just run in is so... I cannot explain how satisfying it is. Let's see. Oh! I remembered the thread of conversation somehow. Don't expect this to be a regular thing. No, what I was talking about a while ago that I got distracted by other things is one of the oddest things that is a absolutely massive, like, I cannot explain why I feel so happy when I see this, but other people commissioning artists that I've either helped promote or got art from or are, and this kind of goes without saying because I have a bad habit of just, if I like you and your art, I'm going to stick around a lot longer, and eventually from just the sheer proximity, probably going to be on at least friendly terms. Like the type of yeah, my comms aren't technically open, but I'll make an exception for you type of things. And seeing other people I know get comms or commission an artist that I've worked with, it feels so good. Like, hell, even seeing somebody start hanging around a stream that I know, like, oh, I think I'm the point of connection there. Like, I think I'm the one who introduced person A to person B. It just feels so good. Like, it and art with a bit more, because more often than not that I know that, ooh, I am kind of responsible for that purchase. Very minutely, like very distantly. I don't know, it just feels good to support. That's what it is, that it feels good to support your friends. That being able to see that, no, the support that you've managed to, that you've given people has made some sort of difference. Oh god, I almost messed that up. So I've just realized two things. This boss is going to be awkward no matter what. It's going to be even more awkward if it does not drop the... Okay, I think there's... It cleared everything else, but there's a bunch of treasures down there. But if this does not drop the... either the Triforce piece or the final Master Sword power-up, it's going to be a little bit more awkward. Because that means they're somewhere out in the world, and I... What did we end up back there? Oh shoot, I know what this is. There's a massive light puzzle, so I do need both of us. Because that means I could have dropped out of this dungeon like halfway through. Because I don't think I got like any big important, as the randomizer calls it, progression item. Just stay there, and I think this is one of my favorite puzzles in the game. For as much as I will admit to absolutely not despising, dreading this dungeon as a kid, this entire room where you have all of these mirrors, all of these subsets, and you can see the objective that you know, oh, this is how we got down to this level in the first place. We need to light up both sides of this mirror. You can see the pedestals, like where you'll both stand, and the mirrors around, plus other little sub-objectives. And then it becomes this question of... I also love Medley's cute little... Wait. It's like, wait, where are you going? Ah! Very appropriate in a dungeon filled with undead and a central theming of light and whatever. Of light and darkness. But then just being able to go around this entire place and work towards that objective, where every stop has... You get 1 point. You get 1 point correct. And then you use that in order to either get a nice little treasure chest as a little treat. Ooh. Or a more complex one like here. Or move on to the next stage of what you're doing. It's just one of those puzzles that it just feels good. Like one that you feel a little bit clever for putting all the pieces together. And it's fun to go through. Because it's also really satisfying for each one of these giant scorpion mirrors when you slam it into place and the light beam bounces to another side of the room. Of course, granted, I think this is partially personal bias that I've really loved. I really kind of had this lifelong or general love of anything involving bouncing or light beam puzzles like this. It's just satisfying, it's cool, and it's also novel. Like, it's something that you can conceptually see, like, oh yeah, that could work in real life, but it's also so fiddly and we're just going to throw you over there. I need a little bit of space to work with it. Like, the light still doesn't behave well enough that it's also a fun... Okay, I think I need to... Nope, I just need to be a little bit further back. They're fun puzzles, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, new plan. Gonna have Medley point her mirror at the new mirror, and then just move, because I think you can get that statue gone. The game is also okay if you do it in a wildly different way. So I think that's what it wants you to do. Ugh, I keep on forgetting. So one of the things I said on the randomizer is something that always kind of trips me up is a lack of, or a lot of the older GameCube games will invert y-axes in places. Always trip me up because there's like an era in when Nintendo went to for the Wii and everything else for like Xbox. Oh, hey, handy. Had like the Xbox and PlayStation 2 decided that no, we're going to not invert the y-axis anymore, and Nintendo just kind of never joined in on that. Well, no, they did on the Switch. They did on the Switch, but they went to the Wii, which very much never needed camera controls. That, God, maybe I should have stopped stream. I was going to 10 minutes ago, but then I decided, nah, we're gonna power through. And that was certainly a decision. Also a decision, doing this. After the first stall post, I knew, hell, even before the first stall post, I knew that there's 3. So it was a bold decision here to just unleash all... I'm having flashbacks to the last time I played this game on stream. You want to know who's 3 inches tall, made of dough, and made the same decision twice? This idiot. Ah. Okay, just for that, you're being... I want to prove that my hammer is better. I think if you manage to hit the skull... I should stop fucking around. If you manage to hit the skull with a skull hammer, it does, like, one hit kill it, but it's really hard to do because of, skull. Yeah. Alright, the important thing wasn't how well I did that, because it was not well done. It was fine. Actually, no, that was well done. I'm just gonna say it. That was a good plan right there. Aside from the last bit, we don't have to talk about that. Piece of heart. So, what do we have left? So we have magic armor, a bottle, delivery bag, bait bag, which both of those might, or not bait bag, spoils bag, which both of those might actually be optional for this run. It just seems that if we're able to clear this dungeon, get the last Triforce shard, and the second half of powering up the Master Sword, we don't need to do the because the only thing I can think of as being compulsory for the delivery bag. We didn't need it for the Rito lead up thing, because it actually skipped the story section of the game. And if we don't need to do the private oasis side quest, then we don't actually need the delivery bag. Kill! Yes! We have successfully killed all the octos. How are you doing, Dreamer? I hope that you're having a good day today. Oh, night. Merry time zone. Good seeing you in. Wait. Is this in the... Yeah, that is in the right place. Alright. Oh, sweet. We're on, like, the last step of this. I exist. You know, some days, that is the victory. And I, for one, am glad that you are existing today. And that you decided to drop by the stream. I hope that tomorrow is less of a day of existence, more of a day of, yeah. I think the point is that I should not be streaming tonight. My brain has fallen out hours ago. In fact, for how tired I was today, I probably should have listened to myself, but you know what? Here we are, we're doing good, and the non sequiturs are flowing. So it's a good night. Really, when you get down to it, the average stream here is just 3 hours of non sequiturs with the base hint of there being discussion around the game existing. I will say, I have to admit that I both oscillate between... Ooh, just finished watching Michael from Vsauce say private numbers for 3 hours. And you know what, Goober? Also, welcome in for the first time chat. Really appreciate you dropping by. I feel that for stuff like that, for the streamers who do stuff like prime number, or like prime number countings, or the paint dry streams, it makes me think that, well, yes, that is partially that they have both like the community that likes seeing them for whatever stuff they get up to, and also a little bit of the raw charisma to make it work. It kind of makes me feel like, yeah, no, I can get stuff working. We got this. It really opens your eyes to the oh, I should not have brought her in here. You got this. I believe in you. Oh, wow. He doesn't even believe in you. It just makes you aware of the sheer variety of what people want to watch. Honestly, I'm not even sure it's a bad thing that my streams are mostly 3 hours of non-sequiturs and glorified just chatting. I have a lot of fun doing that. If I didn't, it would be. Get bonked, you damn skull. So I'm a huge proponent that streamers should very much... Because I've been talking to people who like either make a career or make a lot, or support themselves a lot more through their streaming and content creation related business endeavors. So I can admit that, yeah, it's not one size fits all advice, because it never is one size fits all advice. I was genuinely impressed by your ability to talk for the entire stream. I take that as positive without any further notion. It's kind of funny. It started as a negative of like, I of I don't know how to do this. I have to, like, look at my old streams. There's one stream of this where I talk about drive-through chili and how I wonder if it's better to get chili fries from Wendy's or if it makes more sense to get like a large fries and a small chili and let that math work itself out. Wait. Nope. Damn. For like 5 minutes. And somehow I decided that, no, I don't need to talk for the entire thing. It's okay to have pauses, to wrapping back around to... I suppose that's just... Wait. That arm movement, if I can... That looks really weird. I don't know why, but I'm going to blame the fact that we're using the Shadow Link model, but his arms turn like noodles there. Yeah, like there's the era of I have to talk for 3 hours straight to, no, it's okay if I don't talk for 3 hours straight. I can leave some breathing room. To, fuck it, I'm just letting the ADHD and chat take me wherever. If I talk for 3 hours straight, that's fine. Let's go. And I'm going to be honest. A lot of my ability to do that is the fact that people just appear in chat. Like, people talking and giving me stuff to bounce off. I feel that is the most interesting sections. God, I really wish I found the light arrows before now. That would be funny. Maybe I might do it for like my own personal enjoyment, a seed that guarantees me light arrows on first chest or an early chest, because I think that would be funny. But yeah, like part of it is non sequiturs talking about the game like that. A lot of it is, oh, I don't have the hurricane spin. I've never done this boss without the hurricane spin. It's actually easier with a bow. If only I knew. Ugh, if only. But yeah, the other part of it is just when I say I let the ADHD take me, I literally mean it's late at night, my medication is about 12 hours and it's wearing off, and once you're medicated for ADHD, going off meds makes the symptoms appear a lot worse. It's like the same vein of if you wear glasses or a vision aid, your vision is going to naturally get worse because you're using a crutch. And granted, because it doesn't really matter and being medicated is a lot better for me, it's at least working so far. I think that it means I just kind of go off on, I see something, it has entered my mind, I am talking about that immediately. Like, you've seen with even this stream, earlier I was talking about one thing, had a thought, and hell, you've seen it with this sentence that I've gone into either talking about like, oh, something happened in the game, I will say that immediately. Or, oh, something else entered my mind and I am abandoning the first train of thought, it was nice when we had it, but no more, to this new thing. But honestly, a big part of that is chat's help. Oh. Weird. Of just having people in chat to bounce off, talk about, either bring up new interesting lines of thought that I wouldn't think about or bring up entirely new lines of subject. At least part of that is, to my credit, the early days of not knowing how the fuck you should market yourself or how to get viewers into a stream, and just literally talking to no one, 0 viewers for 3 hours and having a pretty fun time. has stuck with me. Like, I honestly think that people should get comfortable being able to stream with no viewers for a little bit, but also they should know nothing. I knew it. Boss was gonna be awkward. He just had orange ruby. Amazing waste of time. But it's a good thing to learn, to be able to talk to a quiet chat, or because that way, huh? Got a reward for getting all 5 tingle statues. It's 5. Oh, took his lunch money. So normally those hidden statues that you have to bomb the location to find, this is the reward. I guess you can redeem it multiple times, which is why it's okay. But like at that point, there's not much else to. Actually, no. At the point where you would be able to get all 5 statues, you would be going on to the Triforce Collection quest, which requires paying him 300 or 400 rubies per. So, yeah. Well then, I have no idea where other stuff is, as we've gotten all of these. One by Private Oasis, yeah. Diamond Step. Gotten all the squids, gotten all the dungeons, gotten all the everything else, so the next chart to work through is... I remembered something else funny from first time playing this. I got this chart, and I said on stream that this is a cool thing to know, and I wanted to highlight that it existed because I didn't know this existed until I was told, until I found it on a guide or walkthrough thing or like a trivia page years later. But this tells you where all the secret caves are in the map. Now and then I said that no, we're actually not going to be working through this because it's going to be too long and boring on stream. Year later, here we are working through this chart on stream because we need to. Funny how time works. It's a flat circle with a good sense of humor and timing. And I'm just going to bring over to just chatting for a sec. Just to finish up my thought is that that's a skill that you don't really think about, but the first thing that you should be able to comfortable to do is, because I don't want to make anyone feel like they're forced to be active. I want to support lurkers and make this a comfy place to just come in, say hi, drop off, and say nothing else. And that's the kind of environment that I want to encourage. So, and part of that is I have to be comfortable when on a day where nobody's talking in chat, because everyone, either it's a quiet day, nobody's really present, or everyone's doing, as I said, saying hi and lurking because they had a day of all time and just want to relax. That it's a good skill to have, which is kind of why I'm able to talk for 3 hours straight. The other thing is that I just have a really active mind, and I actually talk for 4 hours straight because beforehand, as a warm-up, I usually take a shower, and in there I will just talk to myself, which is not new. It's a habit I've had for years. I just talk to myself of various connections of media and whatever. Anyway, if I haven't bored you all from this last bit of just chatting, I've also been looking for someone to raid. We are going to raid Bakahana Kamini, or just Kamini. She is a great person, great friend, and the raid message is sending you, because I have recently sending you more baked goods. Yeah, no problem. Thank you all for coming by. I had a whole lot of fun. That, especially for a stream on Friday. 2 versions, no sub and sub. But yeah, see y'all later.
Am I allowed to call you Kitty? What would be your preferred name? If I've asked you this before and I forgot, please forgive me.